guys, today we are going to talk about factorization. Before coming into quadratic equations, I'll first explain what is factorization. So if you take an equation x squared plus 6x, so how do you factorize this? What's the common number for both the terms? It's x. So you take x out, bracket x plus 6. So if you expand, you should get the same term like this. So this is called factorization. Do you understand? Alright, let's take another term, x squared plus 3x. So if you take x out, it's x plus 3. Alright, if they give a question which says solve and give something like x squared plus 4x is equal to 0, how do you solve this? So always remember, in a quadratic type of reaction or x squared type, you always have two answers. So you can factorize as usual, x plus 4 equals 0, and you can equate this x to 0 or this bracket to 0. So which means if you take the 4 to other side, you get minus 4. Alright, that's the normal way of factorizing. So let's come into a quadratic factorization equation. Okay, so if you take quadratic factorization, let's take x squared plus 9x plus 20. So how do you factorize this? So for we first do is we multiply this number with this, so you get 20x squared. So what are the factors to make 20x squared? When you add, you get 9x plus 9x. So what are the factors of 20? 4 times 5, 20 times 1, what else? 10 times 2. So which gives 9 when you add? It's these two. So you can then put the x terms, because x into x squared, no? So both are plus there. So instead of this 9x, I'm gonna put x squared plus 4x plus 5x plus 20. Do you understand? So instead of this term, I put these two factors which we found. So now you do factorization. For these two terms, x is common, take it out, x plus 4. For these two terms, 5 is common, I'm gonna take 5 out, x plus 5 times what is 20? 4. So can you take the outside ones in one bracket and the other two out like this? So x plus 5 and x plus 4. So this is called quadratic factorization. What is a quadratic equation? So this is a quadratic equation. Why do we call it a quadratic equation? Because it is in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. This is the style of a quadratic equation. Okay, I hope you got it. So let's move on to another example. X squared plus 6x minus 7. So they are asking to solve this now, is equal to 0. So you do the normal method, multiply this with this, you get minus 7x squared. What are the factors? 7 times 1. So you need to get plus 6. So that means this is plus, this is minus. Did you understand? This is not 16 though, it's 6. So 7 times 1. Okay. So instead of writing 6x, I'm gonna write 7x minus 1x minus 7 equals 0. So from these two, you can take the x out, x plus 7. From these two, you can take the minus 1 out, x plus 7 equals 0. So if you get these two brackets correctly, same, that means you are doing in the correct manner. So these two outside ones, you take it into one bracket, and the two similar ones, you write once in the bracket. So then x minus 1 you equal to 0, or x plus 7 you equal to 0. So x equals 1 or x equals minus 7. Did you understand? So this is how you solve a quadratic equation. So if they say to solve a equation, giving an equation equals 0 and ask you to solve the quadratic equation, this is how you do it. Okay, so let's move on to another example. 3x squared minus x minus 2 equals 0. So can you try? So if you try this, how are you gonna do it? You multiply this term with this, so you get minus 6x squared. So what are the factors for this? 3 times 2. Yep. What else? 6 times 1. Yeah. So we should give minus 1x, no? So that means this is minus, this is plus. So 3x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 2 equals 0. Then you take the 3 out, 3 and the x out, x minus 1. And you take plus 2 out, x minus 1. So then you take the 2 outside ones, 3x plus 2 into 1, and these two, x minus 1 equals 0. So now take each bracket and equal it to 0. So this answer is going to be x equals 1, because when you take the minus 1 to the other side, it's x equals 1. The other answer is going to be 3x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to minus 2 over 3, or x is equal to 1. Okay, that's how you do solving quadratic equations through factorization. So let's move on with another example. X squared minus 7x minus 30 equals 0. How do you solve this? So first you multiply this term with this, so you get minus 30 x squared. What are the factors? 6 times 5. What else? 10 times 3. That gives 7, right? So this is minus, this is plus, because you need a minus, you need minus 7, not plus 7. So it's minus 10 plus 3. So x squared minus 10x plus 3x minus 30 is equal to 0. Then you take the common number, which is x minus 10. Then you take 3 out, and that's also going to be x minus 10. If these two brackets are same, that means you are doing it correctly. Then take the outside to one bracket, and the two same brackets we write once. Then equal each bracket to 0. So x is equal to minus 3 or x is equal to 10. So those are the two answers. Alright, so I hope you got what quadratic factorization and factorization is. So we always take the common term out from the bracket and put the brackets. So if you expand, you should get the same original term. Alright, I hope you understood the entire quadratic equation solving. Okay, we'll catch up on another video. Thank you.